Hello everyone, how you guys doing? Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful day. Today we are here with episode number 66 of Free to Play 2 Max, a series where I was free to play. Now I'm working on maxing. Bought a bond last video, so most of the series is focused on bonds, at least the beginning part was. At this point I'm pretty good on money. In the bank, yeah, as I was saying, looking pretty good. 554 mil, and what I'm planning on doing this episode is just kind of training arbitrarily a ton of different skills, because as you guys can see, I have a ton of skills that are very close to 90, and once you get 90, you're very close to halfway XP wise. 92 is actually halfway, but at that point you have a ton of methods. It's all quick. I just want to make it look nice, so we're gonna do just random skills all over the place for 90s, and then on top of that I plan on working on the Slayer tab that we sold off last episode. It has 80 mil in here. That's because of gold ore and the planks, but other than that it's basically empty. We got some KBD that we will start with, and from there, who knows. This is actually the second dragon impling I'm ever gonna hopefully catch. There we go. Alright, so yeah, don't do that all too often, but there we go. Alright, so just got done with 2 master clues, got an elite off of the KBD task that I had from last episode. As I said, only bosses going forward. I'm not doing Calify Queen, I don't care. I'll come back when I get a good one. And there is a good one. Didn't have to do anything there, nothing special. On to Cerberus, and I have 2 more masters, so I'll open those. 340k from the first, and 415 from the second, so pretty good master clues, and yeah, ready to do some Serb. Alright, well, we're just out here getting drops one after another, I guess. So grab ourselves a little 2.5 mil smoldering stone, very, very nice. Take that, add that onto the bank, and yeah, I don't have to be mad about not getting drops anymore, because I got a prim last episode, so it's all okay. Just missed the mining level because it came in actually off of like the ore falling into the sack, but yeah, 89 mining coming in, and obviously that took me a while. I mean, I was only like 100k, 150k away when I came here, but going towards 90, it's 500k, so that is a lot. Get a little bit more mining, got about 300k XP, and so 200k until 90. And on the side, decided to go ahead and just try out a little bit of a different skill. This time smithing. I was planning on doing gold ore until 99, but this might actually be a more enjoyable and less expensive method, depending. I mean, it's very close, and if not, I enjoy it a lot more. And it's relatively comparable XP per hour to gold ore, and that's making adamant plate bodies. At 88 smithing, you can do this. I'm making some right now because I was doing a +1 boost off of Dwarven Stouts. They're like 100 GP per, I mean, it wasn't much, so just did a little bit of that, got up to 88. I'll be doing this until 90. I won't be grinding 90 all out right now, but I'll be doing it here and there. It's pretty enjoyable. And there was also a clan chat right here, World 308 Anvil, that apparently buys like mass free-to-play armor so that people smith in bulk. The reason being, in the Grand Exchange, how many of these you can buy every 4 hours is relatively low, so they'll pay more to be able to buy a ton, and so I'll just sell them off in there. Here we go. Alright, so I was finishing up a farming run. It said that my redwood was done, but it isn't, and I'm like 1.5k away from 90. Luckily enough, I had another tree hanging around the game that I could find. Maple tree, 90 farming, and now I don't have to pot up anymore whenever I do redwood trees. Can get all those out of my bank, and yeah, that is another 90 skill rounded off. So it looks nice, happy to have it. So popping by the Grand Exchange to say that I'm close on 2 levels, mining 100k away and smithing 12k away from 90, so we're doing good there. Next, I think I'm going to do Herblore. I don't mind splashing a little cash into that to get 94 chambers of Xeric. That will unlock me the better tier potion, so I'll be all about that. What I think I'm going to do now is basically admit that I think I'm done slaying. I enjoy Slayer. I want to save 98 to 99 and the whole bossing plan for another time. We'll come back to it eventually. I'm going to have to dismantle this Slayer tab that I so nicely built, so this is a nice little video of it for me in the future, as well as our last look at it right now. Some of the stuff's out of order, but I'm going to sell it all off, put it into platinum tokens, and keep it for later, because there is some loot here. And what we're going to do is I'm going to sell off a lot of my gear. We're going to dedicate ourselves to one boss. We're going to have a lot of leftover cash, and the leftover cash we are going to flip with. If you guys know what flipping is, I did a little bit of it early on in the series. It's something that takes a little bit of learning, and at this point of the game, you definitely should be trying to flip. Like, if you're not flipping, you're not making the most of your time, and that's okay, but personally, I enjoy flipping, so I'm going to do it. If you don't enjoy flipping, you don't have to. You're just going to have to grind bosses a little bit more, and that's, if you enjoy it, that's how you want to play the game. For me, I like flipping, so we're going to do it a little bit. I'm going to sell off basically everything, and I'm going to decide later what boss I want to start camping. I think we'll do a boss like every week or 2 weeks. We'll build a tab, and then we'll sell it off and move along. But for now, I have a lot of a tab to sell. So these are the last few Addy plates that I am selling off. Basically, instead of selling them for like 9.45k each, which is what they are actually a little under that, I can sell them for 9.6 in this clan chat. So worked out pretty well. Didn't take too long to sell off about 4.5k of them. And yeah, definitely worth your time to stop by. Alright, so I've taken 300 mil out of the bank. I think that is what is going to be my kind of flipping side cash stack for right now. Luckily enough, I've been able to kind of scrape together a good bit. I'm saving 60 mil for miscellaneous gear that I'll want for bossing, and a little bit of skilling as well. Got some Addy bars too for smithing, so feeling pretty good. I'll go through some flips real quick. So I just got my first flip done. I know flipping's a bit new, and it's a lot to explain in one video, so if you guys want to check out, I do have a couple guides on flipping that can help you out. If you're just kind of picking it up, if you don't know exactly what I'm talking about, make sure to check those out. The GE is a matchmaker, so if anyone agrees on the price, they'll get bought and sold. If they don't agree on the price, then there's a margin in the middle that I'm kind of working with. That's essentially it. And in addition to that, I have a sponsor that has just been a sponsor since the beginning of this channel, basically, and that is GE Tracker. You can check them out in the description below. I'm not going to plug this every time, but I just want people to know what I use, and that'd probably be the last time. People get pissed whenever there's an ad, but it's like, it's a useful GE tool that I use all the time. So if you want it, check it out. If not, whatever. As far as me though, I tried to buy a bunch of black d'hide overnight that just didn't buy. I was kind of lowballing it in hopes that I could make some money, but that did not happen, so I'll take that offer out. Now as far as these go, basically, whenever I want to figure out what the margin for an item is, I buy that item and I sell it, most of the time. If the margin is going to be massive and the item doesn't buy and sell a lot, you can't do that, because you might get stuck with that loss. But right here, I bought these tacets, for example, for 28.11 mil, and then I sold them right away for 28 mil. So I was able to see that there's a 110k difference right there. So essentially, every time I flip an item, I am going to lose money on one of them. So every time I do a flip, I'm also going to keep a side tracker of just me flipping one of those items back to make up my money. So essentially, this flip right here got me back to even. But this flip right here was 6 Bandos tacets that flip for 110k each, so 660k going in the bank. As far as the blowpipes, I had about a 20k margin, so I made 120k here, bringing us up to like 800k. And then these Aram rope tops were a sick flip. I tried to buy one of them, and it wouldn't buy for, I guess, 10% over the GE price. So then I sold the one I had in my bank, which gave me the price to buy it at. I bought 13 of them for 24.1 mil, and I sold them all for 25.3, so 1.2 mil profit on the rope tops. About 2 mil total on all these flips, so pretty good stuff. Pumped to be back to flipping, man. So I won't go too much into the trade history just because it's hard to look at. I'll just summarize what I'm doing most of the time. And basically I profited off of 4 Dragon Claws for 140k each and 5 Necklaces of Anguish for 20k each. I'm saying 1 less than the amount in there because, as I said earlier, I need 1 to offset the cost of finding the margin. So net, that got me about 600k total. A little bit over. This Black Dragon Hide actually did end up buying for like 2.95k, so I'll make like 5 to 600k off of this as well, so a little over a mil profit so far. But I just tried to buy a Zamorakian Spear for 5% over the GE price. Actually, no, it was 15.8, I think. I tried to buy it extremely high because its price is really, really high right now, and it didn't buy. Now, I know a little bit about the game, at least enough that I know you can turn hostas back into spears, and I bought a bunch of hostas for 14.6 mil each. I'll probably buy a couple more of these, I guess. So the buy limit for Zamorakian hostas are 8. I already bought and sold 1, so I can only buy 7. So I'm just going to buy 7 of them, all for about 14.6 mil, and I'm going to turn them into spears. I'm going to put them in for a mil over what I bought them for at least, and maybe some of them will sell. I don't know. Alright, so talking Otto right now, he's going to convert all 7 of my hostas into spears, and then I'll be able to sell them. But yeah, I don't know, the spears just spiked up a ton today, so I'm going to try to take advantage of this massive spike in their price. They'll probably dip back down. I mean, worst comes to worst, I'll be able to sell them for what I had them for originally, I guess. I'll probably go down a little bit on the price here. I guess I'm asking a little much, but I'll put them in for 15.5, and, you know, we'll see what happens. So I'm back a little bit later. Haven't had as much luck with the Zamorakian Spears as I'd like, but I did make 900k off of one of those. I made 90k per blowpipe, 25k per archer ring, 40k per helm, and like 30k per Durox set. All in all, I've made about 1.9 mil from the stuff that has sold. As far as the stuff that hasn't sold, down here, that's about another mil in merches if they go through. And I'm going to find a different price for these spears and work something else out, I guess. I'll just insta-buy one, see what price they're at right now. 15.2 is still honestly sick. I've never bought one because I didn't want to spend money on it, but I mean, that's really, really good. If I can do that, it's still like 600-700k per one. Also got 88 Herblore as well, doing a little bit of that on the side and pushing towards 90. So sold off the rest of the Zamorakian spears for like 3.5 mil profit probably total. That worked out really well. The Eclectics and the Black Dragonhide now working out as well for me. I'll sell them off eventually, but I kind of like keeping them in because those prices fluctuate a lot. So eventually they'll hit back, but just hit 89 Herblore. I unlock nothing as far as potions go with that level, but as far as the merches go, I've been doing pretty good. I have no flips actively going right now. The last thing I did was a few arcane flips. I did about 3 of them for 350k profit, so a nice little mil there. In total, I've made 10.5 mil so far from flipping, which has actually made me profit as far as Herblore goes. Shout out to the homie, giving me some in-game love. But that's why I love merching. Doing something like Herblore should obviously lose me a lot of money because it's a buyable skill, but with merching on the side, I can make it basically an even skill, and I enjoy it. So yeah, we'll keep doing what we can with that, and one more level. So I'm very close to 90 Herblore right now, but got some flips that I got to go through real quick. So I flipped 5 Brimstone Rings for a little over 100k, 6 Zamorakian Spears for about 60-70k, some Tortures for 20k each, and some Eclectics for like a 20 GP margin. And it's so easy that I just do it on the side with whatever cash I have left. All in all, a little over a mil is what I ended up making right now, and 70k to go to 290. But yeah, going forward, basically, whenever people ask me in-game what kind of items I flip, I mean, throughout the series, you'll see exactly what I flip. Just note these down. They don't always work. I go through, testing other items that I may not even end up flipping. If I don't lose too much money, then I know it's a bad merch and I don't want to do it, and that's okay. So, and there we go. I finished off 90 Herblore with that, and now I can make super combat potions along with strong potions in the Chambers of Xeric, so that is a really useful unlock. And next time I train Herblore, I'll probably just be pushing to 99, really. And so the next really, really nice unlock is at 93, in my opinion, when I can boost with a +4 Pi boost up to 97. Then I can use all my crystals and make the most money out of them possible. So feels good to have another 90 on the board, and I have a lot of Armadillo chest plates sitting here. And just like that, I am up to 90 mining. I am so happy to see this. I don't know how much more mining I'll be doing, at least like power mining. I don't know. I've been going after levels here recently. I'll probably just do this more passively, but hitting 90 mining just really kind of solidifies that I can do a terrible skill. Agility is the only one I don't really care too much for, and runecrafting at Bloods is honestly pretty easy, so I don't even mind having that low. Happy to get out of here though, and that's another 90 rounded off. Now I'm back to round off a couple more 90s. I have a smithing one right now, and then I also have a lamp for another 90 as well. I have done some flips, none that were like crazy notable. I'll show them here in a second and what we ended up profiting from flipping so far, but that is 90 smithing, which is obviously sick to see. Level-wise, also can make a ton of new stuff. Will be nice if I ever get a Dragonfire Ward or Dragonfire Shield again, because I can make it. Granted, I've already gotten too lucky on those, but it is what it is. And as far as this goes, fire making up to 90, and now I can use redwood logs, which is going to be the best method for me to 99. I could try to go to Wintertot to finish off my Pyromancer set, but the Pyromancer set's only useful to get the bonus XP, and since I'm going to get it so late into fire making because I got so unlucky there, there's no point. I'm probably just going to do redwoods. I also am going to have to stop skilling in PvP worlds as much because now that I'm flipping on the side, it's very dangerous to skill in a PvP world and flip, teleporting around with money and whatnot. Obviously, might forget. I checked the items that I ended up flipping. I made like another 1.5 mil off some Zamorakian hostas, spears, necklaces of anguish. ultimately brought me up to 313.7 mils. So 13.7 mil profit just off some flipping, and I did that honestly for like 2 to 3 days just on the side. I could even do it more intense, but you know, I'll do it whenever I can, and we'll see what we can make with that side cash. Now, as far as next episode, I'm going to make a little tab for a Callisto drop tab. I think every episode or two, we're just going to kind of go through bosses as I want to move from one to another, so Callisto sounds like some fun. As for this episode, that is going to be it for me. If you guys want to see some of that Callisto killing, I'll be live on Twitch after this video goes live. But as for me, that's going to be it, and hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you guys did, make sure to leave a like. Anything you want to tell me, do it down below. And if you want to see more videos like this, as soon as they go live, make sure to subscribe. And with that said, hopefully you guys have a wonderful day, and see ya.